In February 1926, Russian biologist Ilya Ivanov embarked on a journey to Africa, specifically Guinea, to conduct one of the strangest experiments in history. Ivanov was no ordinary scientist. He was a pioneer in artificial insemination, successfully fertilizing animal eggs outside the body, a process similar to modern in vitro fertilization. He also had a knack for creating animal hybrids by crossbreeding species. But this time, Ivanov took things to an extreme. He attempted to create a hybrid between humans and apes. Ivanov's experiment had two steps. First, he gathered a group of chimpanzees and monkeys in Guinea. Then, he intended to implant fertilized ape embryos into human volunteers who had agreed to participate in the experiment. And did the Russian government allow this? They did more than that. They funded it. Newspapers like The Sun later referred to this as Stalin's mutant ape army. The Soviet dream was simple. Combine the brute strength and agility of apes with the intelligence of humans to create the ultimate workforce, and perhaps a tireless army. But what if things didn't go as planned? Could they have ended up with the opposite ape intelligence and human flexibility? In any case, the experiment caused a lot of buzz at the time, but ultimately it failed. The world never got to see Stalin's ape soldiers, and Ivanov's career quickly spiraled into obscurity. While the Soviet Union dreamed of hybrid creatures across the ocean, Americans had a completely different response. When science failed to deliver hybrids, fiction stepped in. Author Pierre Boulle explored humanity's fear of losing dominance in his iconic novel, Planet of the Apes. In the story, the protagonist lands on a planet where apes are the rulers, humans are mute, helpless slaves, reduced to animals in cages. After a harrowing escape, the hero returns to Earth, only to face a chilling twist apes have taken over his home planet too. This terrifying vision inspired the famous film series Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The story begins as a tale of revenge. Apes escape captivity after being experimented on and mistreated. They gain intelligence, form a society, and ultimately rise against humanity. Over time, the apes build a civilization, while humans face their downfall, ironically, through a virus of their own creation. It's a war between the planet's two most powerful primates, humans and apes, and in this conflict, the apes have the upper hand. In Rise of the Planet of the apes are depicted as a diverse group, each species playing a unique role. Caesar, the intelligent and noble leader. Maurice, the wise and calm advisor. Luca, the powerful and loyal protector. And Koba, the rebellious and vengeful villain. Each ape species was carefully chosen to reflect their real-world traits. Chimpanzees are the closest species to humans, sharing 98.7% of our DNA. They're intelligent, social and politically aware. Chimpanzee hierarchies are built through intimidation, alliances or intelligence. Leaders who rely on fear typically rule for 2 years, while those who build alliances can maintain power for a decade. In the wild, chimpanzees use tools, learn from each other, and even exhibit cultural behaviors, like teaching young ones to hunt or crack nuts with stones. Orangutans are peaceful and solitary, spending most of their lives in trees. They're incredibly intelligent, with some using plants to heal wounds. They live slow-paced lives, only reproducing once every 8 years. In the film, Maurice's calm and observant personality mirrors the orangutan's nature perfectly. Bonobos are often mistaken for chimpanzees, but they're unique. Bonobo societies are matriarchal, with females maintaining order. They resolve conflicts through cooperation and social bonding. Despite their peaceful reputation, bonobos can be surprisingly aggressive. In Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Koba's rage and revenge reflect this lesser-known side of bonobo behavior. Gorillas are the largest of the great apes, capable of lifting 10 times their body weight. But despite their strength, they are peaceful creatures. Gorillas avoid conflict and use their size to protect their group. They primarily eat plants and express emotions like joy, anger and sadness. Luca and Buck, Caesar's loyal protectors, embody the gorilla's role as the colony's backbone. At its core, Planet of the Apes isn't about apes taking over the world, it's about human nature, how we treat others, how we treat the planet, how our actions shape the future. Pierre Boulle wrote Planet of the Apes after witnessing the horrors of World War II. As a prisoner of war, he saw firsthand how humans could dehumanize each other. The apes in his story are a metaphor, a reflection of our potential to lose our humanity. The rise of apes in fiction taps into something primal, a fear that we might lose control. But it also asks an important question. Are we worthy of being the dominant species? In Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Caesar says,
Caesar is home.
The message is clear. We must respect nature, respect each other, and learn from our mistakes. Otherwise, the consequences, whether real or fictional, might be catastrophic. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more fascinating stories. Now, excuse me, someone's knocking at the door. Oh, great, it's a bonobo. Looks like it's time for a handshake. See you next time.